What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video. The best show, the only show that breaks down every single game on the day. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. We've got a Wednesday edition, July 3rd. We got a full slate of games. Normally on a Wednesday, we have like early games, like a early slate, but it's a later slate today, so we're very excited. We're going to bring you everything. If you've never been here before, we break every single game down. We look at pitchers, we look at bats, we look at everything. We have giveaways, how to win the giveaways. Super easy. Like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment. If this video gets at least 50 likes and you've left a comment, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That week includes a week of MLB from FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. We've got NASCAR and PGA this week as well. So we've got a full week. When we're on, we've got MMA as well, but they are off, I think, 2 weeks. If the video gets at least 100 likes and you've left a comment, you have a chance at a free month of FTA+. 150 likes is a free year. 200 or more likes is a free lifetime pass worth $500. Second way to win, somewhere in this video, I will have a keyword, and you just have to type that keyword in there. Then we'll run the randomizer, and we will see who the winner will be for both of those. So we're going to have those two giveaways right now, but I have a surprise for you. Our winner from yesterday, he's already a subscriber. He is in the Discord. If you want to get in the Discord as well, down below in the description, check it out. But he wanted to pay it forward. He's already a monthly subscriber to FTA+, and he wanted to give someone else an opportunity to win a free week of FTA+. So yesterday's video, so we're going to give away a week pass from that. Then we're going to give away a month pass because yesterday's video, you guys absolutely killed it. 113 likes, 1,000 views. You guys killed it. So we're going to have 3 giveaways. The weekly giveaway from yesterday, who he wanted to pay it forward. The monthly giveaway because you guys got at least 100 likes on yesterday's video. And a weekly pass to whoever put a keyword in there. So we're going to run this real quick. We're going to start it, and you guys could win every single day. We've had multiple people win different times. So congratulations, Frems Critic. You are the recipient of the free month from yesterday's video. Comment, been listening daily now. Great advice. Use the keyword outlier. We're not going to use that one. We're going to move forward, but he has a chance to win. So Frem, if you email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, that's dfshelp1@gmail.com, we will get you set up. Let me know a username and email you would like on the website, or if you already have one, let me know, and we will get you set up for that free month. So we're going to pick another winner, and it is going to be for whoever used the keyword outlier from yesterday, who, again, they are our exclusive sponsor now. Big shout out to Outlier, and we are going to go over it. We're going to talk about them. We're going to look at them in our segment. Hopefully you guys stick around. So pick another winner. This is the winner for using the keyword outlier from yesterday. Michael Swick, congratulations. Just email me. Michael's won multiple times. This is all you have to do. Come back to the channel every day. You have a chance to win every single day. So congratulations, Michael. We will get you set up another week on top of it. And now we are going to pick a winner for a free week to pay it forward. We want to pay it forward today. Let's see who the winner is. CNO Forever, congratulations. You've won a free week yet again. All you got to do, check it out. So email me, let me know, or I know you're on the Discord, so just let me know your username on the Discord, and we will get you set up again. So congratulations to everybody. Come back tomorrow. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you will have a chance, and stick around to listen for that keyword. Again, sponsor to this video, Outlier, and we're going to go over them in a little bit. So we do have an early slate, a 4-game early slate. We've got a little bit of weather concern here with the White Sox in Cleveland, but that's the only weather concern here. We just kind of look at these games. You've got Trevor Rogers going up against Boston, and we're just going to cover it all. So let's take a look at the first game. We've got the Cardinals at the Pirates. You got Miles Mikolas versus Jared Jones. Jared Jones has been pretty good this year, so he is the highest priced pitcher on the slate at 9,800, 3.66 ERA. He has not faced St. Louis this year. Pitching at home, does have a better ERA, a 2.20 ERA. I do love Jared Jones in this one. And I think we're going to have a outlier show on its own, like another video. So be on the lookout for maybe 2 videos a day looking at that. Not 100% sure if I'll be able to the 4th of July, like tomorrow for the 4th of July. Still going to have a video for you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to have multiple different videos just because I've got a kid and we got to go to a parade and we got to get candy. So we will see. But again, I do know Saturday I'm going to the lake again. Be the last time before the baby comes. So we're trying to do everything for the last time for a while. The plan is I'm still going to have a video. I'm still going to get that information out to you early on Saturday, but I won't be able to answer questions on the chat, in Discord, or here on the description. So I love Jared Jones here. I love him against St. Louis. We just take a look at the game here. St. Louis bats in 2024, they're very up and down against right-handed pitching. Not the best. We do have Alec Burleson. So if I'm not using Jared Jones, which I will, but if you want to look at a different pitcher that's not, Jared Jones, and you want to stack against him because it'll go against the grain. The Cardinals bats that have had success: Arenado, 265 batting average with 5 home runs against righties. You've got Mason Wynn, 311 batting average against righties. No home runs, but he's still there. Alec Burleson, 316 batting average against righties. All of these numbers are great. Brendan Donovan's another one, 272 batting average, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs. So you have a ton of different ways to go. A slight St. Louis stack, I do not mind. But then like Wilson Contreras, 243 batting average, obviously hurt and kind of came back slowly. Goldie's only got a 214 batting average. So I do love Jared Jones. If you want to go with St. Louis bats because you want to go against the grain, I'm okay with the bats that we talked about. Then we got Mikolas. I never know what I'm going to get out of him. We used him his last start because of the strikeouts against Cincy, and he did nothing for us. 1 strikeout. Did not work. Minus 14.1. Actually, no, we stacked Cincy. We took him against San Francisco, and he did okay, but he still gave up 4 earned runs, only 3 strikeouts. Strikeouts are low. Splits-wise, he's already faced St. Louis once this year, or Pittsburgh once this year. Did go 7 innings, no earned runs, did not get the dub, had 26 fantasy points. I'm probably still... I feel like I'm still going to go with some of these Pitt bats a little more. Ke'Bryan Hayes has a 421 batting average in 19 at-bats against Mikolas, so that's pretty good. Rowdy Tellez, 300 batting average with 2 home runs in 20 at-bats against him. Brian Reynolds, a 361 batting average in 36 at-bats against him. These are the 3 that I'm looking at. You could go a little bit cheaper. You could go Henry Davis if he's in there. You could go McCutchen, but McCutchen's .095 batting average against him. So obviously not the best. So we look at that. I love Jared Jones, and I kind of like Pittsburgh as a stack today. Move to the next game. White Sox at the Guardians. You got Eric Fedde versus Gavin Williams. Now, we look at this on paper. What's going on? Eric Fedde actually pretty decent here. We've used him a couple of times this year. This is true. We look at Fedde. He is the 3rd highest priced pitcher, 3.23 ERA. Has faced Cleveland twice this year. Has 1 dub in that. 4 earned runs in 2 starts, 6 strikeouts. So the strikeouts have been kind of low. Tournaments, I'm okay with Fedde. That's basically it. I don't trust him enough in cash. I would rather go with the Cleveland bats here. And just kind of looking at the Cleveland bats. Depends. So we look at this. Cleveland bats against Fedde. Bo Naylor's 3. He's 1 for 3. Or 2 for 3 with a home run. Josh Naylor. So I would be using Cleveland as a stack. I would be using Josh Naylor. I'd be using Bo Naylor. I'd be using J Ram. Steven Kwan are my 4. And if you want to go with a 5 stack, because we like to look at, like DraftKings, a 5-man main stack, I would look at Andres Jimenez as well. Those would be the ones that I do look at in this game. I'm probably not going pitching. Gavin Williams just depends. I think he just got called back up, right? Let's see. Yeah, made his debut or off the IL. 30-day rehab window. So not the best outings in AAA. 7.88 ERA. Last 2 outings have been good. 10 strikeouts to 2 walks. White Sox, it just depends. White Sox bats that we might look at here, Paul DeJong. I would look at him. He's got 12 home runs against righties, 265 batting average. Not a ton. Like, I would look at Luis Robert Jr. I think he had a big home run yesterday. I would look at him. You could look at Gavin Sheets. I'm just a little bit scared of Gavin Williams. Past couple of starts in AAA have been good, but overall he has not looked ideal. Now they're putting him in here in this game. There is weather concern here, so probably look at the bats more than I would look at pitching, but that's kind of just what we talk about. So I would obviously go with Cleveland a little bit more. I love them a little bit more, but a little bit of the White Sox bats against Gavin Williams might not be too bad of a shot here if you're playing like GPPs early. Then we got the Red Sox at the Marlins. You got Brayan Bello versus Trevor Rogers. So Trevor Rogers coming in, lowest priced guy. We used him his last start because of his strikeout potential. He only got 4 strikeouts against Philly. Strikeouts 4 or 5-ish, give or take. We used him against Seattle because, again, the strikeouts were there. Did pretty decent at 5,400. They have bumped his price up now, going up against Boston. It is in Miami, so it's a little bit different. I don't think I can trust Trevor Rogers. Then we get Bello here. Had high hopes for him coming into the season. Coming off a terrible start against Toronto. Good start against Toronto, and then some bad starts here. Splits-wise, he's not faced Miami this year. I don't think I trust him enough. Boston bats against Rogers that I would look at. Rafi Devers, obviously. You could look at Dom Smith a little bit. Connor Wong has a 343 batting average against lefties this year, so Connor Wong would be definitely a option for me here. Tyler O'Neill, 344 batting average. Is he back? Yeah, he's here. Tyler O'Neill normally hits lefties very well. I would look at him. You could look at Rob Refsnyder. I don't think he's going to be in there, though. So a little bit of a Boston stack here. I do not mind. Then if we think Bayo's going to have, get lit up or whatever, the bats that I would look at here, depending on who's in there, Otto Lopez got a 270 batting average against left or righties. I would look at him. I would definitely be looking at Jake Berger. He had a home run yesterday too. Make sure he's in there, but I do like him a little bit too. You got Jazz. I don't mind Jazz a little bit. And then Josh Bell is one that I do like. 249 batting average against righties, 5 home runs, has had success here against Bello in his career. Then we get to the last game of this. You got Christian Scott versus Mitchell Parker. Christian Scott just got called back up, so it depends on if he's going to be in there, how long he's going to be in there. He last pitched May 30th, so it's been over a month in the majors. Did go 5 innings, so he's going deeper into games. The price is, I'm scared about the price. Has not faced Washington this year, and in his career, he's only faced 3 plate appearances, so obviously not much to do about anything there. We kind of think about that. I'm not going to use Scott. I don't trust him at all. You got Mitchell Parker, comes in here, 3.32 ERA, has not faced the Mets this year yet. At home's got a 2.27 ERA in 5 starts. The price, though, and he really hasn't hit the value that we're looking for. I'm not in love with this early slate, if we put it that way. But if we look at the bats in this game, Mets bats against Parker, who have had success against lefties. I mean, Luis Torrens batting 385, but again, he's got 2 home runs, but only 13 at-bats. JD Martinez is batting 310 against lefties with 4 home runs. I would use him. I would use Pete Alonso. I would use Lindor. Jose Iglesias in 30 at-bats against lefties this year. Very small sample size, batting 467. These are great numbers if you're looking for a Mets stack here against Mitchell Parker, which I do not mind a Mets stack at all. The pitchers I would use in this early slate, Jared Jones would be number 1. I think number 2 is probably Eric Fetty as a tournament-only pick. That's it. Gavin Williams, because of how bad the White Sox have been, I do not mind Gavin Williams as a tournament-only pick as well. So that's the early slate. The early slate's, it's okay. It's not the best slate. We've seen way better, and we are going to see better. There are better pitching options in this main slate, and we're going to talk about them. So, we've got Cincinnati Reds at the Yankees. We had Graham Ashcraft get the dub against the Yankees yesterday. I don't understand what's going on there. They're the worst team in baseball right now. If that makes sense, the Yankees. It's Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, and that's it. Like, it's wild. And Carlos Rodon has been up and down. He's he's had some great games, and then he's had some stinkers lately. It's been a minute since Kansas City, since he had a great start. 8 earned runs against Toronto. Somehow still managed 3.5 fantasy points because they had 8 strikeouts. That's my problem. You've got Andrew Abbott coming in, and he's a lefty, and with the bats that the Yankees have, this is why it's hard to tell what Yankee team you're going to get. Are they going to get the 15 runs they put up against a certain team, or are they going to get, and they came back a little bit yesterday. The only Yankee bats that I even want to look at are Judge and Soto right now. That's what's wild. Rodon, are we going to get him? What are we going to get out of Rodon? And his last 3 starts have been terrible. They've been bad. 20 earned runs his last 3 starts. Not ideal. In my mind, he's got great stuff. I don't think it's just not translating right now. I think we look at a Reds stack here. Reds bats against lefties, that makes sense. Tyler Stevenson, love to use Tyler Stevenson. Jonathan India batting .309 in 81 plate appearances. He's done well. Stuart Fairchild batting .310 against lefties. Jake Fraley batting .303. Ellie De La Cruz, I would still use Ellie De La Cruz, especially with the home run potential like yesterday, and he can steal bases. So I'm fading Carlos Rodon here. I'm looking at Reds as a stack. And then Yankees bats normally should be able to do well against lefties. I would look at Judge, obviously. Volpe is batting .273 against lefties, but he has looked terrible the past few weeks. I would look at Judge. I would look at Soto. I would look at J.D. Davis, might be a cheap option as a stack there. And then Volpe would be the ones that I would even consider in this game. I don't want either pitcher. I guess you could do a little bit of Andrew Abbott if you think the Yankees are going to strike out a ton. I don't mind that. That would be kind of where I'd go in that one. Astros at the Blue Jays, Rono Blanco versus Yusei Kikuchi. We stacked against Kikuchi his last start. He absolutely got decimated when we stacked against him, if it loads. Not decimated, but he only gave up 4 earned runs, but then the Yankees, that's when they went off for 16, and so they pulled him after 5, didn't do well. Against Cleveland, gave up 4 earned runs there, 8 hits. Against Boston, 5 earned runs. So his last 3 starts have been pretty bad as well. I'm looking at an Astros stack here. I'm looking at all of the Astros bats here against Kikuchi. And what I'm using Outlier. Okay? That's what I want to talk about. So our sponsor today is Outlier, the first sports betting super app. It is amazing. And I want to talk to you why it's amazing. I want to show you what I'm talking about. So Outlier. Now, in the description down below, we have a link for you. If you guys sign up using that link, you get a 7-day free trial. Okay? After that 7 days, if you guys choose to purchase the premium, $19.99 for the premium, $129 for the pro. Now, I understand that seems a little steep, but if you know what you're doing with sports betting, you can make that back, okay? If you guys want to try out either one of them, if you sign up using our link, go through the 7 days, and then you proceed to pay for the $20 a month, we are going to give you a free month of FTA+. Now, if you think about that, you're saving $10 from our monthly pass of $29.99. So you could get $19.99, you could get Outlier for a month and FTA+ for a month and combine those. So what I want to talk about real quick, we look at this. So Outlier, just for instance, we're going to Outlier, or we'll go back here. Okay. We're on the front page. This is obviously mine. You log in, this is what you see. You go MLB and WNBA right now. Obviously, those are the 2 sports that are current on here. Once NFL season comes, it's going to be so awesome. I cannot wait. But let's say you want to look at just popular bets for as of right now. They obviously change and update, but they've got the Yankees money line. And then what's cool is you can see it's got different markets. It's got Fanduel, DraftKings market, Bet ESPN, or ESPN Bet, Caesars Bet, MGM, Prize Picks, and Underdog. I wish I could play Underdog and Prize Picks, but I can't. It does not allow me to play Prize Picks or Underdog for whatever reason in my state. I can sports bet on FanDuel and DraftKings, ESPN, Caesars, Bet MGM. I can do DFS on FanDuel and DraftKings. I can't do DFS on Yahoo. I can't play Underdog or Prize Picks, or there's a couple others that I can't, and I don't understand why, but it has an option. So you look at this, FanDuel trending parlay. So you see this. 480 people have bet this. Yankees money line. Judge home run. Soto 2 hits. Rodon 5 strikeouts. Like, these are great. You can add them to your bet slip, and you can see what your bet slip is. You can see the positive EV. You can see return and stuff like that. I love what we see here. But this is just the basics. This is just the front page. What I want to do is you can go game. You can go into the game. You can see public betting, okay? You can see number, money line, spread, total, where the bets are, over, under, games, matchup details. You go into the matchups. You see that the money line, St. Louis has won 7 out of the last 10 times. Pittsburgh, they've only won 4 of the last 7 times, or last 10 times. You can see that. Then you got starting pitching. You see Jared Jones, 5-6 record, 366 earned runs per 9, 86 innings pitched, 9.73 strikeouts per 9. Like, there's so many numbers, and what's awesome is this is basically, what you're looking at is, if you didn't have Outlier, if you didn't have me or Outlier, you're probably looking at 7 or 8 different websites to find all of these stats that have been compiled into this website. You've got insights. Now, the insights, like Nick Gonzalez has failed to exceed 0.5 doubles in 14 of his last 16 games. So then you find under point doubles, and it shows you the best odds in the book. Which book has the best odds? So we've got a ton of partners over there. If you want to sign up, you've got all of these. Props. Let's just say props, for instance. You go into a props because everybody loves prop bets. So let's go, and it depends on what you want to do. So let's go propositions, which are props. Let's say home runs, for instance. This is but then you want to go over. So let's see who's got the best odds for over of home runs. So you click into this, okay? This is the market we're looking at. So we've got Shohei Ohtani. Over under 1 home run. EV plus, he is at plus 210 to hit a home run, which is kind of low for this. But again, like, obviously, you go through here, you check it out. Then let's say you want to look at Ohtani, and you want to look at the matchup he has. He has, it was supposed to be Jordan Montgomery, and he got put on the IL. And I don't think they have a person to pitch yet. They don't have who's going to pitch. But you can dig into here. You can look at all of these. You can see home run here, here, here. Missed one. Here, here. Missed. Here, here. Missed. Here. Like, his last 10 games, he's hit a home run in 7 of the 10. His last 5, 60% of the time. His last 20, 55% of the time. That is wild that he has a home run in, that's 11 out of his last 20 games. Plate appearances. It shows the plate appearances here. It shows the fly balls. So you take all of this. You take the fly balls. Then you go to the website. You go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, MLB tab, and you can go to ballpark factors. You can see where the weather is going. You can see if the ballpark he's playing in is conducive to home runs. And there's just so many different things you can do. You can go to EV plus. Okay? So you can look at this. Home runs. What is EV plus? Positive expected value simply refers to situations where the potential payout from a bet is higher than the risk involved. So you want to see the best odds for plus EV. Obviously, things are different. What I love here is the boosts. So it shows you which websites have boosts and for what. So certain either DraftKings, Fanduel, ESPN, BetMGM, wherever you're at, certain ones will have different boosts for the day. This compiles it all there for you, which is awesome. So if you guys want to check it out, Outlier. You can go to the website, outlier.bet, or down below, you can click the link, sign up using our code, which will be in the description here, and check it out. Get a 7-day free trial. If you like what you see, sign up for the free month, or sign up for the month, and you'll get a free month of FTA Plus as well. That includes MLB, NASCAR, PGA, MMA, and then once NFL is here, it'll include NFL as well. So go check out Outlier. Go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Let's get back to business. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at basically Ronel Blanco. I will take Blanco, and then I am taking an Astros stack. I do not trust Kikuchi here. I would definitely be looking at Astros here. Now, you wouldn't know it unless you've watched us, but Yordan Alvarez mashes lefties to the point of he's batting 346, 107 at-bats against lefties. I'm taking Yordan. We've got Jeremy Pena batting 295 against lefties. We've got Jose Altuve batting 348 against lefties. Those are the main three that I want to look at. Then depending, Yainer Diaz, I like Yainer Diaz here as a stack here. 286 batting average against lefties. And then we look at, if Mauricio Dubon is in there, he's batting 317 with 2 home runs against lefties. I want the Astro stack, and I want Blanco. I don't want anything to do with Toronto, and I do not want Kikuchi in my lineups today. Giants at the Braves, you got Jordan Hicks versus Chris Sale. Chris Sale, looking at this, he is pitching at home, trying to see if there's any weather concerns. We do have weather concern in Kansas City, and that's basically it. Chris Sale is expensive. We used him his last start. He got 11 strikeouts against his former team. He had 8 strikeouts against the Yankees, 7, 10, 4. Like, his bad start is weird, but it was against Oakland. Going up here, I would love this game a little bit more if it were in San Francisco, but we can't always get what we want. It's not in there. It is in Atlanta against Jordan Hicks, but he's got 118 strikeouts already. I do like this matchup for Chris Sale. And then you got Jordan Hicks down here, 7,300. Has not faced Atlanta this year. It's been up and down. He has not really hit the value we need. We need at least 2.5 times value at 7,300. We need at least 15 fantasy points, and he has not hit that since May 25th against the Mets. So that's what scares me. If you think Chris Sale is going to have a bad day and you want to look at some of these San Francisco bats that have success, you could look at Nick Ahmed, if he's in there, is batting 321 against lefties. You've got Wisely batting 478 against lefties. Conforto batting 294. Obviously, Jorge Soler. He actually isn't doing that well. Elliot Ramos is one I would look at. I personally am not going to have San Francisco stack. I'm going to have a Braves, or I'm going to have Chris Sale. I don't like the Braves. If I am taking any of them, we had Sean Murphy yesterday. I told you that you could be looking at Sean Murphy, and he hit a home run early, I believe. I think he went back-to-back with Riley. If I'm looking at, I don't mind Jordan Hicks. I think he'll go under-owned today. The problem is he's not hitting value. If you want to look at these batters for the Braves, I would look at Matt Olson. I would look at Jared Kelenic. I would look at Austin Riley. I'm probably looking at Sean Murphy a little bit too. I don't love a Brave stack today. I think Jordan Hicks could have a good game, but it depends where we're at. So that's my thought in this game. I did forget to mention, if you are still here and you've never been here before, at the end of this video, we're going to give you the top 20 bats after 10,000 simulations. We do 20,000 every day that the slate locks late. We're going to give you the top 20 bats after 10,000. Now, I did see a comment, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, that you would like to see, instead of the 20 bats, you would like to see the top 20 bats by position. So in the article down below, we actually kind of do that. We do 5 players at each position. That is in the article below. So if you have not already checked it out, that is one way to support the channel. Clicking on that to go to the website helps out. Clicking on the ads here on YouTube help out way more than you know. Obviously subscribing, sending tips or donations, that helps as well. So we get here, Padres at the Rangers. You've got Adam Mazur versus John Gray. So coming in, Adam's never faced them before. And then we've got John Gray, who 140 plate appearances, 389 batting average. He has not had the most success here against this the San Diego team in his career. John Gray, I don't think I want anything to do with either pitcher. I'd rather go with bats. So San Diego bats that I would look at, Luis Arraez batting 312 against righties. I would definitely look at him. Machado has 10 home runs against righties, batting 265. I would look at him. Ha-Seong Kim also has 10 home runs. I would look at him. And I love Jackson Merrill here. He has 12 home runs against righties, batting 291. That would be my stack that I would look at for San Diego. And then Texas bats that I would look at here. Seager, if he's in there. Let's see. Day-to-day. We'll see if he's in there. I don't know if he will be. If he is, obviously you got to get him in there. But again, it's a risk thing, so that is a problem if he's in there. Josh Smith might start if he's out, so I love Josh Smith in his place for a cheaper option there. I would look at Marcus Semien. I would look at Jonah Heim. I don't mind Jonah Heim either. And some Nate Lowe. And never forget where we came from. Wyatt Langford is another one. So I won't have anything to do with pitching. I just want the bats. I like San Diego a little bit more, but there are Texas bats that I will have. Phillies at the Cubs. You got Zach Wheeler versus Amanaga. Amanaga has gotten hit hard recently. Kind of had a couple of down games. San Francisco gave up 3 earned runs. New York Mets obviously gave up 10 earned runs. Going up against Philly scares me a little bit. They're obviously a good hitting team. Obviously, Harper is out and Schwarber is out. So a couple of big bats that are out. Wheeler, he's there. Splits-wise, has not faced the Cubs this year. Coming off a down game against Miami. And it's weird because he only gave up 2 earned runs and 5 strikeouts. But strikeouts were a little bit lower. I would still take Wheeler here for cash. I think Amanaga is tournament only. If we're going against them, bats that may jump out to me, Edmundo Sosa would be a cheap bat for Philly, batting .317. Whit Merrifield, if he's in there, maybe a tournament only pick for me. I would take Alec Bohm a little bit. Not a ton that I love here. So Amanaga could be a sneaky option today. I don't love a ton of the... You could always look at Castellanos facing one of his former teams if you want. That's kind of where I'd look at. And then Wheeler, if you think his wheels are going to fall off, Nico Horner, Morel, and Cody Bellinger would be the bats that I'd look at in this game. And that's basically it for that game. Not a ton that I love there. This one scares me a little bit because of the weather. So we got Ryan Pepio versus Michael Wacha. Weather is going to be a concern. Michael Wacha has been up and down. So Pepio coming in. We used him his last start for the home runs or for the strikeout. Yeah, we used him his last start against Seattle because Seattle strikes out the most out of any team. He had 8 strikeouts in that game. And obviously and then he had 9 against Baltimore, which was a pretty decent one. But we see that he's got a 3.46 ERA on the road. This is a pitcher's park, though. So Pepio for tournaments, I do not mind. Michael Wacha is the one that I cannot get a read on him. Almost a 4 ERA, not really done much lately. Splits-wise, pitching at home, he's got a 3.86 ERA. He's already faced Tampa Bay once this year. Did get 21 fantasy points, but got the loss in that game. Wacha for tournaments, I don't mind because Tampa Bay is so bad. I kind of would look at Kansas City bats overall. I would definitely look at Bobby Witt Jr. I would look at Salvi Perez, Vinny Pasquantino. You want a cheap option in a stack. I don't mind Garrett Hampson if he's in there. He's batting .286 against righties this year with 6 home run or with in 56 at bats. And then Kyle Isbell, be a cheap option. Only batting .235, but has 6 home runs against righties this year, and he would be very under-owned. So I'm probably not using the pitching in this one. Would be my guess. I'm probably looking at the bats, but I might fade this game completely. Not 100% sure yet. Then you got the Tigers at the Twins. You got Kiter Montero versus David Festa. I mean, obviously Festa coming in. Montero's down here. He's pitched twice, has not gone 5 innings. I'm not using him. I would look at the Twins bats in that one. And then Festa here at 6,700. Only pitched once against Arizona. Had only 2 strikeouts. I don't love the pitching. I'm looking at bats in this game if I focus on this game at all. Detroit bats that I would look at would be Gio Urshela if he's in there. Riley Green would be my top 2. I would definitely take a look at Matt Vierling, who's got 9 home runs against righties, and maybe a little bit of Winsteel Perez. But again, I kind of like Minnesota bats a little bit more in this one against Montero. Minnesota bats that would make sense. Carlos Correa batting .313 against righties this year. Jose Miranda would be a cheaper option, batting .327 against righties. Trevor Larnach is another one I definitely would look at. And I really don't mind Willie Castro here for a cheaper option. And I think Royce Lewis left the game yesterday, day-to-day, with a hammy or groin. Yeah, yep. So he's really slowed down lately, and now he's hurt. So definitely something to look at. But the Twins would be my stack, but I don't mind a minor Detroit stack either. Got Brewers at the Rockies, Colin Ray versus Dakota Hudson. I want nothing to do with the pitching in this one. It is Coors. They're going to be very expensive bats here. understandable. But the bats that I would look at for Milwaukee here against Dakota Hudson, William Contreras batting .292 against righties with 10 home runs in this ballpark. I absolutely love that. Willie Adames is another one I look at. Rhys Hoskins in this ballpark. Cheaper option would be Jake Bauers. And then Bryce Terang is one I would look at. You could look at Jackson Chourio if you want to make multiple different Brewer stacks. But again, all of these bats are going to be very expensive because it's in Coors, and that's just the Coors effect. Angels at the Athletics, you got Davis Daniel versus Joey Estes. Daniel, we look at this. This is his second start? Wait, where's he at? Is he up higher? He is. Second start, went 8 innings against Detroit, 8 strikeouts. And now Oakland strikes out a ton. Daniel at 7,500, I do not mind. Obviously, one start at 5,500, they bumped him up 2,000. I do not mind him. Again, tournament only because Oakland, they struck out the second most out of any team. So I would look at Daniel a little bit. I wouldn't look too much into him, not for cash. And then Joey Estes, we've used him a couple of times this year. He's let us down more than he's helped. We did use him against the Angels. He just faced this team last time. That was in LA, and now he's pitching at home. At home, he does have a better ERA. He did get the loss in that game. But Estes for tournaments, I do not mind. I'm not looking at the bats in this one. I think both of these pitchers are tournament-only pitchers, but they're cheaper tournament-only pitchers to be able, or SP2, because you're able to stack around them, and you could have success there. Then we got the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. To be announced, it was supposed to be Montgomery. Now we're waiting to see. Let's see who they think it's going to be. They think it's going to be Mena. Yeah. Wait. Yep, let's take a look real quick. Sorry, my dog's about to bark. I can already tell. All right. So they're building a retaining wall across the street, and my dogs love to bark at everything. Mena at this is the thing. Cheap. He's 4,000. Will he go deep into games? I don't know. He has a terrible matchup for him against the Dodgers. Tournament, 4,000, yes, I'm going to have him in at least one lineup. But the Dodgers would be the way to go. Gavin Stone is one that, he's another one I can't get a read on. 8,500, 2.33 ERA, he's had success. Come on off, it's against the White Sox, had success there. Did not have success against Kansas City. Did pretty good here against Colorado. He's already faced Arizona once this year, gave up 4 earned runs. That's why I just don't understand. He's got great numbers. Tournaments, I'm okay with. So I like both of these pitchers for tournaments, but obviously the Dodgers are the stack that I would go with. Shohei's probably one of my top favorite bats today, and wouldn't be surprised if he hits a monster home run today. If anyone didn't see it, Shohei hates kids. He hit a home run and hit a kid in the forehead. He might have killed him. I do not know, but I think Shohei hates kids. That is a fact. Not a fact. That is an assumption. I'm looking at Dodgers bats, really depends on who's in there, but Freddie Freeman, Shohei, Andy Pages, you could look at Will Smith as well. But Mania at 4,000, I think we got to take a little bit of exposure there. Or Mina, I don't know how you say his name. Then the final game, Orioles at the Mariners. You got Dean Kramer coming off the IL. The Mariners strike out the most out of any team. That's what, he hasn't pitched since May 20th. Looking at this, he has not faced Seattle this year. Pitching on the road, he does have a little bit better ERA on the road. I would like a little bit of Dean Kramer because the Mariners strike out the most. Then you got Logan Gilbert. He is the 3rd highest priced pitcher. He's facing Baltimore. He has not faced Baltimore this year. Against them, he's had success. I think both of these pitchers are tournament-only pitchers. None of the bats jump out to me right now. If we do simulations and if we do run everything else and then they jump out, they will be on the cheat sheet. So we have a ton of free information on the website. We also have paid content, part of FTA Plus, $10 for a week. Check it out if you like it. Then sign up for a month. You'll save money on that. Or sign up for Outlier. Get a free month of FTA Plus after you go through your 7-day free trial and subscribe to Outlier. So that's what I've got in this video here. We are now going to talk about the top 20 bats. Now, these top 20 bats are after 10,000 simulations. And after this, we will give you all of the bats that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. I think yesterday's video we had 31. Today might be a little bit less, so we will definitely look at that. But I wanted to give you guys all the information to start your 4th of July Eve DFS on the right track. Number 1, I don't think it's a surprise, Shohei Ohtani. Number 2 is Aaron Judge, also not a surprise. Number 3 is Ryan McMahon. 4 is Jarren Duran. 5, Jazz Chisholm. 6, Josh Lowe. 7, Brenton Doyle. 8, Jake Bowers. 9, Willy Adames. 10, Alec Burleson. 11, JJ Bleday. 12, Brett Rooker. 13, Ezequiel Tovar. 14, Luis Robert. 15, Jose Ramirez. 16, Charlie Blackmon. 17, Nolan Jones. 18, Bryce Turang. 19, Alex Bregman. And number 20, Michael Togliai. Now, those are your top 20 overall. Now, all of the ones have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. Not as many as yesterday, but number 1, Shohei. 2, Judge. 3 is surprising at Jake Bowers. 4 is Alec Burleson. 5, JJ Bleday. 6, Randy Arozarena. 7, Alec Boehm. 8, Jerkson Profar. 9, Rob Refsnyder, which we did talk about, if he's in there. 10 is Marcus Semien. 11, Juan Soto. 12, Jake Cronenworth. 13, Wyatt Langford. 14, Nate Lowe. And 15 is Brandon Drury. So if we just look at these, it loves a Texas stack for sure. Likes a little bit of a San Diego stack. A Milwaukee stack. It's going to be a very expensive Milwaukee stack because it's in Coors. So just a little bit of stuff we've got. If you want to check everything out on the website, go check it out. In the description down below, a lot of links. We've got the link to today's article. We've got the link to our Discord where we go back and forth. We give you guys core plays. We give you guys some props. You guys go back and forth and tell us some things too. So we got a ton of information there. We've got a ton of information in this video. We'll be back as many days as we possibly can. Like I've said, I'm going to have a child at the very latest. It's 15 days away. 15 days from today. That's the goal. It could happen before that. So if there are a couple of days where you don't see a video, check the Discord because I'm going to explain everything. Probably won't have any content that day. If you are an FTA Plus subscriber, we will give you free, however many days I'm out having the kid, we will give you free FTA Plus when I'm back. So obviously that makes a lot of sense to me. Hopefully it makes a lot of sense to you moving forward. So it's only me doing the website, so that's why it wouldn't continue, no videos or anything, if I have a child a little bit earlier. So that is the explanation. Hopefully you guys had a great Tuesday. Let me know how you guys did. Forgot to do a keyword, didn't we? We did forget to do a keyword. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a keyword, Pez. I'm looking at my kid's Pez dispenser right here. Pez is that word. Good luck to everybody on this slate. Hopefully you found this video helpful and valuable. If you did and you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Good luck today. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!